Briterion election is back, bitches. I'm your host Kevin. This is my boy Kris doing a little sports wrap up. Um, so the Knicks beat the Pistons last night on a dramatic 3-pointer by Jalen Brunson. So it's gonna be Knicks Boston. This is the ancient rivalry. New York, Boston. This is like England, Germany. You know, Mexico, USA. New York, Boston. What do you think? What are your predictions?
Celtics gonna take it.
How many games?
Maybe six. There might be a couple Knicks victories in there.
Okay. I'll uh I'll go Knicks. I'll go Knicks and Knicks and 7. They'll be lucky if they can win it in any fewer games than that. I think Celtics will underestimate the Knicks, I think. Be like, oh, we beat these guys all year. We're gonna kick their ass again. And then the Knicks are gonna be a lot stronger than they thought. But I think that's what you're seeing a lot in these series. It's like really back and forth. It's like lose one game, win a game, lose one game, and it's just. I think that's how basketball is now. You won't see any. I mean, you saw some sweeps. They were a little more competitive than I would have liked. I would have liked to see more ass kicking in the Thunder Thunder Grizzlies series. But yeah, I feel like you're gonna see a lot of adjustments. Teams watch a lot of video the next day, and they do a lot of scouting reports, and then the next game they beat them, and then the other team does their scouting reports and does analysis, and then they beat them, and then the other team does their just keeps going back and forth. So you're gonna see a lot of these. I feel like you'll see. I think most of these series might go 7 games, um, unless the Thunder just beat the asses of the Timberwolves or whoever. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of these series will go 7 games. Yeah, so that should be exciting. So Cinco de Mayo, Knicks, Boston. That should be good. What else are we looking at? Well, Lakers lost to the Timberwolves, 4-1. Even though some of the games were kind of competitive, it was horrible. I think the Lakers just ran out of gas. I think they ran out of gas. And you know why? Well, I think it's stupid. I think when Luca got there, they were playing way too hard. They were like, trying so hard to be like, oh, we're a good team, we're a great team, and we're gonna be like a high seed. To me, it's like if you're gonna be in the playoffs, who cares what seed you are? I think they're trying way too hard to be a high seed. It's like who gives a fuck? Like as long as you're in the playoffs, I understand not wanting to play in the play-in. Nobody wants to play in that.
Oh
But if
yes.
you're in the top 6, like who gives a shit? Like well, don't waste all your energy, trying to be a high seed. Who gives a fuck? Like I
Yeah.
think.
I think that home advantage though, like you want to be the 4 over the 5 and the three
Well,
over
I
the
mean, this
six.
home advantage did nothing for them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What's the
Timberwolves.
Lakers?
Like, I'm just saying, like, I feel like this team shouldn't have done that. They're trying way too hard. Like I said, I have a feeling. I feel like home, home and away games and like home field advantage is not as important as it was before. I feel like when these playoffs are said and done, let's look at the breakdown of like what teams won at home and road. I just have a feeling people don't give a shit about that anymore. Like players are smart now. Like they can somehow like navigate. Like the home field advantage doesn't help them, nor does it really kill them. Not having it. So I mean, I thought that was the Lakers' first problem was like wasting all their energy trying to get a high seed. It's like who gives a shit? If you're in the playoffs, you're in the playoffs, and once you're in the playoffs, anything goes. You know what I'm saying? Like so, that's what they should have done. But I think they just ran out of gas. They used all their gas in the regular season trying to jockey for position, and now they're screwed. Now they're gone.
Got to peak at the right time. They peaked about three
Too
quarters into the
soon.
season,
Yeah, way too soon.
so not good.
Yeah. I think they can still do well. I don't think they need to like blow up this team. I mean, who knows if LeBron will retire? If he retires, great. If he doesn't, I mean, they could still do some damage. Just I think Austin Reeves will come into his own. I think Connect, whatever the fuck his name is, Dalton Connect, whatever.
Connect four.
Yeah, Connect
Connect
Four.
three, sorry.
Connect Four. Yeah, like these guys will come into his own. They'll probably make some moves, get bigger dudes. I know they're trying to get like Markkanen or something like that. Everybody wants Markkanen. Like what the hell?
Eh,
um,
pass.
no, I mean Markkanen is like a young Porzingis. You know what I'm saying? Like he has that type of length, yet he can shoot threes. He has some handles, but he's not like Dirk yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, he reminds me of like a young Porzingis. I think that's why people want him. Like Warriors wanted him last year. I think the Lakers are trying to steal him. All of a sudden, the Lakers are going to be like 90% white. Like it's just going to be like a bunch of white dudes and LeBron. Uh,
So will the audience.
yes, they will. So yeah, I mean Warriors. I think Warriors will beat the Rockets once and for all tonight. Uh,
Let's hope so.
yeah, I think
Nobody
they
wants
will.
to see the Rockets in the next round,
No, no, we don't.
except for Houston. The only one city in the whole country that's rooting for the Rockets.
Yeah, I think Warriors will finally put it to bed tonight. I think Butler. I think Butler have a big game. I think Seth will be like, okay, I'm stop playing games. I'm gonna play. I know. I saw a picture of him. He was like at the beach with his kids or something, and his like thumb was like huge. It was like a Jolly Green Giant thumb. So I guess he's hurting. So I guess that's why he hasn't done very well past couple of games, which sucks because I made some betting on him and he hasn't come through for me. So that kind of sucks. But I think the Warriors will pull it out tonight. And then Thunder, they're just like twiddling their thumbs, like, okay, who are we playing? Like, when are we gonna get to
Resting
this?
for the kill. Or
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
it's
So
to their advantage. I don't know how they'll do against the Warriors. We'll see.
yeah, Cavaliers also twiddling their thumbs, like, okay, who are we playing? Well, I mean, I guess they're playing the Pacers, right? But it's just taking a long ass time.
It's going to be a bloodbath between those two. It's going to be a tooth and nail, I think, 7 games. Yeah,
Think
I
so?
think people are. I saw Pacers were amazing against the Bucks, or maybe the Bucks were just so bad, but um, they're great at home and they can really put up the shots. They were shooting 60% in that one game. They couldn't make no mistakes, no turnovers. Everything was going in. When they're hot, they're hot. And I think they're going to give Cavs a lot more than they expect. I think it goes 7.
Well, yeah, like I said, I think if it doesn't go 7, it'll be a sweep. You know what I'm saying? It'll be one or the other. It'll be either Cavs will sweep that ass, or it'll go 7, triple overtime, final game. You know what I'm saying? It's
Be
like,
in Cleveland, so good luck. I think home advantage is super important. TD Garden, Intuit Center, even Golden State has a great environment there, and yeah, the veterans will they're used to that, so they're not going to be bothered by it. It's going to get less and less an advantage, I guess, as we go along. Orlando got slaughtered. He got slaughtered, and
still won a game.
barely, barely. And the Celtics, I think, were shooting like less than like 35% in that game. They were having a horrible, horrible game. Any other team would have destroyed them, but Orlando just couldn't finish off the Celtics with even that horrible shooting going on. So they just started taking in layups and kept the game close. And then you had that last second dunk, which was before the shot buzzer, so it counts. But um, no, Orlando looked horrible. I think that's going to be very bad for the Celtics. To that, I think the Pistons gave the Knicks more of a fight and got them more prepared. And I think the Celtics were playing their subs halfway through the game. They weren't playing their starting lineup as much, so um, hope they're ready for the Knicks because the Knicks are going to give them a heck of a fight. And Boston, New York rivalry,
Yep,
we love that.
should be fun. We'll see how that goes. And then Nuggets are still playing the Clippers, so we're gonna get a game 7 out of this, right?
Hmm.
In Denver. Yeah, it's been like win a game, lose a game, win a game, like, it's been back and forth. Um, and I know Joker, he doesn't want to choke again because last year he was up with the Nuggets 3-2 on the Timberwolves, and they proceeded to lose the last two games. So I think he's pissed. He doesn't want to see that shit happen again, much less to the Clippers. So I think he's really trying to prevent that. So that should be a fun game seven. What is that? Is that Saturday? Sunday? I mean, if it's every other day, then it should be Saturday. But the way they've been stretching these fucking games out, like Mr. Fantastic, it's been annoying.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be a great match.
yeah, should be fun.
Zubac's been doing a pretty good job on him. He's one of the strongest against him, but you know, Joker's Joker.
Yeah,
It's
no,
hard to stop him.
Zubac is killing it. He's making a name for himself. I think he'll get a big ass contract after this. You know what I'm saying? All
Yep.
of a sudden they'll be like, "Fuck, we need this guy." Like all these teams will be clamoring for him. I think after this, he's had a good showing. His like tip-ins, you know what I'm saying? Just like so annoying. Some guy breaks a three and he just do, you know, it's just like fuck. Like more, I think you're gonna see the pendulum swing back to more big guys, more centers. You know what I'm saying? More true centers.
Like
Not yeah,
see
like
a little physical intensity, bigger guys.
yeah. I mean, I think the NBA is just realizing like, oh wow, it's advantageous to have really tall guys play. You know what I'm saying? Like they just figured that out because they got so used to like the three ball, the three game. You know what I'm saying? But when you realize it's like, okay, when those threes don't go in, you need a big guy to just put it back in. You know what I'm saying? But it's really advantageous to have that. And I think, the rest of the coaches are like, shit, we need a tall, big European guy to dump shit in after, we break our threes.
The big guys are shooting threes now too, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, I think, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Zingis is amazing 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he
I
can
mean,
go in and dunk it and
yeah, but I'm
yeah.
saying, but even then, I think they'll just find guys who can't hit threes. It just helps to have a big ass guy who can just tip that shit in. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you
Brooke
know,
Lopez.
okay, not him.
Enjoy your time in Mazatlan, Brooke Lopez.
Yeah,
You
Brick,
guys blew it. You had the game. You could have
they
gone
did,
to the
but
next game. Got to catch the ball, kids. Practice your handling skills. This is the moral of that game because they were winning. All
yeah,
I
they
had to do
were.
was catch the ball and dribble, and it went right through his legs.
Brooke is on his last legs, honestly. So I think that's we might be seeing the end of him.
He's a classic big man. He does blocks, rebounds.
Just big man things.
Yeah, big man. And he can hit three too if you leave him open.
Yeah, wide open, very open. Yeah. So yeah, that's our NBA wrap up. Um, we'll try to check back in whenever we can. Baseball, Yankees are still on top of the AL East despite losing some disappointing games. Aaron Judge might hit 400. He might be the first guy to hit 400 since Ted Williams. I mean, that's never been done.
Well, that's early. How many games are they in? 30?
Yeah, like about that. Yeah, it's a. I mean, May. It's May, so that's the second month.
Mm,
It's still early, yeah, and people are saying don't get too excited about this because it might not last. But I mean, it's possible.
yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, he's on a home run tear too. He's expected to hit like 60 something home runs. Um, yeah. Padres are kind of on a skid a little bit. They lost like three in a row or something like that.
Yep.
Um,
Just when you get your hopes up, San Diego.
yeah, I think the Dodgers crept back up into first place.
Boo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll check back in on the NBA action over the next few days. Thanks for watching Briterion Collection. Peace out.
Peace.